we get to hear Kaya do his friendliest intro.
Oh, hello everybody. Today, oh shucks, I'm so embarrassed. Such a friendly intro. Today we have the lovable Charlie, the adorable Andrew, the cute Jackson, and boring old me. And we will bring you a nice wholesome show today, full of podcasts that have reviewed us negatively, thoughts getting taxed, and YouTube trying to do some damage control. Let's get it started.
Well, might as well start with the review. So take it away, Kaya. You happened to be there and listened to it as it went up.
He tried to get in on it too. I saw the tweet. Don't think that I didn't see the tweet, Kaya. You tried to get in on that show to roast us.
Who of us has listened to it? Because I have listened to it. I know Kaya has.
I listened to sound bites.
I listened to the first half.
All right, I listened to the whole episode. Same as Kaya, the part that contained us. Once they went off topic, I stopped caring. But yeah,
a podcast that I mentioned before, the Who Are These Podcasts? It's run by a guy called Carl, who used to work at, I don't know, E-Bombs World or something. He runs this podcast and just reviews other podcasts on it, which is brilliant because you're never going to run out of material. You're always going to have something to roast. Yeah, they reviewed us. I personally liked the review because they liked me, but they weren't too fond of Andrew. Let's get Andrew's perspective.
They liked you for different reasons, though. Half of it was, he's saying this thing. The other half was they literally said you sounded retarded.
Oh, that's fine.
Like Lars Ulrichs with a slur.
I didn't get that reference because they said I sound like the Ancient Aliens guy and Lars Ulrich, and I have to admit I don't know what either of those guys sound like, so I assume they sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just crazier. I don't know, but
so you took it as a compliment, basically.
I didn't take it as anything. It's just a joke at my expense, which is fine.
Yeah,
I have a little bit of humor.
None of this was meant to be like a serious review of the show.
I mean, they sued them for $20 million.
Yeah, they're just riffing on other podcasts. It was all fun and games. It's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, in my review of their podcast, I think he fucking sucks. I'm calling him out on it.
Oh, it blows. Their podcast
I think he's awful.
Straight fucking garbage. 30 minutes of ads? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Oh, wait, that's like a genuine review. If I was to put that on the Moist Meter, the majority of their entire podcast is ads. Oftentimes people say our ads drag on, but you haven't heard shit.
Oh, yeah.
They're like the final raid boss of long ad reads.
Really? They start the show with self-promotion, and then about halfway into the show, they have a chunk block of advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
That literally each ad, I think, gets like 7 whole minutes dedicated to it.
Yeah, Andrew told me about it, so I went out of my way to try and find it. It is fucking absurd.
I think I must have skipped those parts. I don't know. Subconsciously.
You skipped half of their episode, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He did it kind of sneakily. I felt he was getting into advertising like DVDs or something, and then I realized, wait a minute, this is an ad. Just like that South Park episode, and I must have skipped it. But yeah, I mean, most of their criticisms were things that have almost become an inside joke. Yeah, they're valid, but it's also why people tune into the show. All of our fuck-ups, like the part about how Jackson doesn't remove any of our noise.
That's on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on purpose, but you're not going to know that unless you listen to like 50 of the old episodes where it's become a running gag that you make the noise instead of removing it, if anything.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for that. Yeah, it's just for people shooting the shit. I really like the description of us. I forgot what they said.
It was like, depending on the episode, they'll either talk aimlessly or embarrass themselves in front of celebrity guests.
Yeah, perfect.
It about sums it up.
It was like stepping into a fucking time capsule, because nearly every point they brought up were like self-contained memes from when we first started the show. Like they're losing their minds over Andrew's so cringy, and Kaya sounds like a foreign asshole, and Charlie doesn't know what he's talking about. Like literally all things that we've heard thousands and thousands of times back in episode 2. So it felt like I'd stepped into the far-off year of 2017. It was refreshing.
You have to remember, this is the first time they're listening to the show as well.
That's
so
why
it makes
fun.
sense for that to happen.
It makes sense. That's what they would think. Yeah,
it was endearing.
It was very endearing. But I agreed with a lot of their points as well. I mean, we've been open about saying our celebrity guest episodes aren't always the best because there's kind of a a mixture in what's expected and what we get.
Oh yeah,
What
no
do you
shit.
want?
I mean,
What do you want us to do? It doesn't flow with the format as well as
Yeah.
just shooting the shit with 4 friends when you've got an A-list celebrity on. David Cross.
you weren't
they
A-list.
come in-
Stop this fucking thing.
They come in.
David
They come in
Cross was a
expecting.
Z-list.
They come in expecting an interview, and we just want to hang out and be friends. And they ragged on me for being a little bit of stage fright when talking to David Cross. Well, hey, first of all, I was literally designated by the rest of these fucks to be the one who asked him questions and introduced him to the show because they thought I would do such a good job with it. And second of all, I would love to hear you find folks at home talk to a celebrity that you admire or an actor you really like and just try to start a normal conversation on an interview.
Too. That I do hate the whole. What's that guy's name? The H3 podcast. That dude gets so much shit for some of his episodes where people go, "Oh man, did you see that? It was so cringy when he asked Bill Burr this question." Do better. How about you make your own podcast and you try getting Bill Burr on and not being too excited to ask proper questions? It's not that easy. It's easy to point your finger at the guy who's actually doing it and not being a masterful professional about it.
We obviously, just be ourselves on this show and shoot the shit and fuck around or whatever. But at a certain base level, it's harder to stay entertaining than you think it is. I'm not
That's
trying
easy.
to hype us up or say that we're the best thing in the world. We definitely have weaker moments and episodes, but we are the best. But there's definitely a difference between being on and being off all the time. And it takes a modicum of talent.
I
It
will
takes its
say
toll on you.
I did feel my meundies slightly expand with the size and girth of my balls when the co-host started getting all salty and jealous about our Patreon size.
Yeah.
That felt good. That felt like being in a locker room when someone's staring at your dick like, oh, wow. Like that's damn right, 10,000. Suck my dick, whoever you were.
It reminds me of how we feel about like Chapo Trap House or whatever when they have 100,000 a month on Patreon.
Oh god, yeah, those guys would have a heart attack if they listened to that and then looked at their Patreon numbers.
Jesus,
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, we all enjoy doing this show, though. We all have a big gaggle of fans who love and support us, so I don't think this review is going to tear us down in any way.
What? No way. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Well, they have like 9 listeners. I mean,
Oh, well, let's not insult them. They did it. They did a good job. They gave us insight into how new audience members might find our show.
I don't insult them. I'm just
they gave us
saying
a
it's
little
a
riff.
quaint show. It's not exactly
guess.
going to take us down with millions of views.
Even if
Shit,
it
I was
was a
gonna
million view show, that wouldn't happen. I mean, people would laugh at it, but then there'd be some groups who want to check it out and this and that. Like, there's no way. You got to remember, we're the podcast that destroys other podcasts. No one else.
I'm right.
So we cannot be taken down by any other show. We're too powerful. We have too many trophies for
What podcast
that.
have we taken down? Oh, right. That was at the start of the show, wasn't it?
We're the iceberg.
Yeah.
Also,
Exactly.
here's a shout out
Hated.
to all of the people who immediately assembled a lynch mob to shit on that guy for reviewing us.
Yeah.
The moment I thought everybody would just take it in jest and be like, that was kind of funny. That was a fun roast, like those MTV roasts. But no, everybody was really up in arms about telling this guy to go kill himself.
Oh, Jesus. What?
That was part of why I gave them a friendly tweet telling them that I liked it and wanted to check out more because they were pretty harsh on me towards the end of the review on it. And I was just like, man, yeah, I've heard all these before. Kind of funny, great, good shit, A+. I wanted to make sure that people didn't think that we were calling to defend ourselves or anything.
In
I don't
their
want that.
credit where credit is due, that guy did more research than I expected him to do. He listened to like 2 or 3 episodes, whole episodes.
And he picked the worst ones too.
Well, it doesn't matter what he picked. Point is, like, he knew that Jackson and I are in Australia and in Turkey, but I live in Germany. He knew that you guys are in Florida. That's like infinitely more than most of our guests know about us, right? I mean, most
Yeah.
of the people we have on don't even know the name of the show half the time. That was interesting. At least he does some research.
Which episodes did they listen to?
Tom Papa, David Cross, the Wildfires episode, and other one, Dick Masterson.
Okay.
But then they ruined any chance they had of showing that they were professional and good by putting Family Guy sound bites in the middle of jokes and other Trumpisms in there, because that's what makes the audience at home laugh. When you're a 40-year-old person going to your 9-to-5 job and you got to listen to some guys on the internet about your age describe what the kids are into, you got to punctuate it with that Peter Griffin going, "Oh my God, who the hell cares, Lois?" Because that's how you relate to humor these days. They nailed it. They got it. That was the only thing I really didn't like about the show is what I'm trying to say. I thought the sound bites were fucking stupid. But that's their format, so I don't know. They came from radio, right? Wasn't it a radio show? Guys who did it? No?
No. The episode that Kaya initially showed us, like when we were scheduled to be on their chopping block, had Opie from the Opie and whatever show, who's fallen on some of the hardest times.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think the main guy is from radio.
No,
okay.
But they are old school. I mean, he's like a 40-something, 50-something marketing manager who used to work at one of those older, bigger websites.
I mean, we are not appealing to their demographic in any way. So even though he said, I tried to like the show, it's like, I kind of feel that's fighting an uphill battle.
I guess to piggyback off that, though, Andrew, this is directly to you, Opie. You're such a fucking asshole and such a huge douchebag. I have no respect for you, Opie.
Why are you so offended? Why are you so offended, Charlie?
I genuinely don't like that guy. He's just such a little pussy. And what really set me off with him...
Where does he operate? Hang on, where are you watching this?
He used to have a radio show, and for one of his gags, he'd drive around in his car insulting people that didn't deserve it at all and being extremely rude.
What, was he vlogging it or something, or was it part of a radio show?
No, he recorded it. And I believe it was Opie. I don't think it was Anderson. I'm almost positive it was. If I'm wrong, Opie, I still don't like you because... for our advertisers, we have to go on these fucking onboarding calls, and Opie was on the call as well. And typically, how these calls go is it's like 5 or 10 minutes. They just say what they expect, what they're looking for, and then we all hang up. We say, "You have any questions?" Everyone says no. We hang up. We're good. Opie, for some reason, when we got to that part, just started sucking their dick off. As much dick as he could fit into his mouth, he was sucking them off. I believe it was MeUndies, so it was super appropriate. He's like, "Oh, this product is some of the best I've ever seen in my life. If you guys didn't even sponsor me, I'd have at least 15,000 trucks of these in my backyard. This shit is unbelievable. You know what? I'm going to order a pair of MeUndies on this call right now." And he did. So we sat on the fucking phone call for an extra 20 minutes while this goddamn fossil ordered another pair of MeUndies with his own goddamn money and was jerking himself off about his huge purchase in front of the people that made the product. I fucking can't stand that guy. God damn it. So, long story short, you made the call much longer than it needed to be. Fuck you, Opie.
Charlie, if it makes you feel any better, I believe this is what I saw on Wikipedia last night when I was researching this podcast, because I thought Opie was on it. I believe Opie and Anthony was...
What the fuck is Opie? I still don't know who Opie is.
It's the guy's name from Opie and Anthony, the guy who is the fucking... whatever. So, Charlie, I believe Opie and Anthony, their radio show was canceled because Opie was fired for filming a coworker in the bathroom.
Oh, I did hear about that.
So if that makes you feel any better, that's how their downfall came to be.
Sounds like a class act.
Yeah, really. It was probably part of his epic prank. Like, I'm going to sell this online and prank my coworker. Fucking got him.
He was just filming it. He was just filming his coworker because they were wearing MeUndies.
Ooh. Doing research.
So anyway, yeah. Any final thoughts about this whole ordeal, Charlie? It seems like you got a lot of pent up aggression towards this podcast and their review on us. Is there anything you want to add?
It's not their podcast. It's just he happened to be on one of the episodes, and then that sent me into like a fucking Winter Soldier type deal where it all connected at once. Like, hey, wait, this is the fucking guy that made that call last so much longer and nearly made me miss my mealtime after my workout. And
we all hate those.
That's what triggered that.
Suck up people in class. Yeah. Where the teacher goes, "Okay, that's all. Anyone have any questions? If not, you can go." And then some douche has to raise his hand. Like, "Could you explain this equation one more time, please?" Let us go.
He just needs help.
He went a step further because he didn't even want their input. He just wanted to keep gloating about how much he loved the product.
So wait, what nice things did he have to say about the advertiser? Was it that it would make a great Christmas gift because a electric toothbrush is a gift that people use twice a year? Oh, wait, no, sorry. That would be Quip if he was talking about Quip. Quip is a flawlessly crafted electric toothbrush that you can use with sensitive sonic vibrations that'll make your holiday travels clean and easy. Quip is the gift that keeps refreshing, as brush heads for the Quip electric toothbrush are delivered on a dentist recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5. You can take it with you on your holiday travels. Less of a headache. There is also a lifetime warranty for this toothbrush, so if you're going to an exotic locale for Christmas, then my God, you break your toothbrush, you think you're screwed? Nope. Use that warranty, my friends. You can also have extended returns for up to a month when you purchase it. If just in case, for some reason, you don't like having healthy teeth, you can send it back. And now that it is currently, as of today, after November 23rd, I can mention the amazing new black brush. So we got new customization options coming in to Quip for you to use. Charlie, I'm going to need some no shit talk from you. Could you please tell us how to take advantage of the offer on Quip?
Getquip.com/official.
Getquip.com/official, and you can get the stocking stuffer price of $25. You also get a free refill pack with that at getquip.com/official. Jackson, how many 5-star reviews verified do you think Quip has?
Well, I know for a fact that they have thousands, and
That's right.
I'm one of them because I use Get Quip or Quip, and I love their brushes. They're great. It's it's good.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's good.
Over 5,000 verified 5-star reviews. Jackson is one of them. I myself am also one of them. There's a lot of reasons to love Quip. And I think if you check out that little link, you'll find one of your own. Kaya, you gave us like a syllabus at the beginning of the episode. We had the podcast and then 2 other topics you wanted to dive into.
I've got plenty of topics. I just wrote down all of my shower thoughts. Jesus Christ, this is too long. All of my notes here. Cam whores are now getting taxed by trolls. Have you guys heard about this?
Mm-hmm.
That's where people are like reporting them to the IRS for private Snapchats.
Started as a 4chan thing. Yeah. So like Instagram models will have private like Snapchats that people pay access into to get like, you know, naughty pictures and stuff like that. It's like a form of income to these Instagram models. So then 4chan got all uppity about paying taxes when these thots don't pay taxes or something along those lines. So they started like putting in official complaints to the IRS to investigate and audit these Instagram models.
Yeah.
Just oh my god.
So it started a hashtag called Thot Audit, and people have also changed the definition of thought. Thought, I think, stood for like that hoe over there. And now it stands for that hoe owes taxes. And apparently, thoughts now, sorry, the IRS, apparently if you report somebody and they do find that that person had been avoiding taxes, you get a reward for reporting them. Up
Like
to
20%?
Yeah, up
30%?
30% of what the person was owing. So all of these trolls are now going around telling people to report every cam whore they see. And by cam whore, I mean these, you know, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever models, the booby streamers. Apparently, a couple of booby streamers got really angry at this. This is becoming a huge issue for some reason. I don't get why. So here's a tweet from someone called, or whatever, I'm not going to mention her name, but PSA to all sex workers, dancers, FSSW, I don't know what that means. I assume it's just another euphemism for whore. 18 plus Snapchatters. You do not have to pay taxes in the US until you make more than $20,000 a year. Don't worry about incels reporting you to the IRS because they actually can't do anything without digital proof of your income. This tweet has 60,000 likes. That's how big of an issue this is for some fucking reason. Are there even 60,000 booby streamers? Who are these people? Anyway, she goes on with all this misinformation about, and if you receive your transactions through a service like PayPal, through friends and family, they can't do anything, regardless, because as far as the law goes, it's considered a donation. Yeah, try that with the IRS, see if that flies. And you don't legally need to disclose what you gave them, or that you gave them anything in return at all. I don't think so. I don't think the IRS is gonna look at your PayPal income of $20,000 a month or something and go, yeah, that's just from my grandma. It's a gift.
Well, isn't that exactly what happened with you, Jackson?
Huh?
Since you're the one that like handled all of the money from the podcast for the
Well, he was
first 2
hiding
years.
it.
That's true. Okay,
He isn't hiding it, and he isn't denying it, and he also... It's a hell of a difference between that. Matt, this is like if Jackson said, oh, all of this money? No, that's just a private donation for nothing. And the IRS is supposed to look at that and go, oh, okay.
And then I was shuffling it off to 3 different people.
Here's a news article about
drug trade or something.
And I just want to read the title of this news article and the subline. Right-wing trolls report online sex workers to tax authorities and thought audit. Online sex workers have slammed a viral campaign by right-wing, quote, incels and men's rights activists to mass report them to tax authorities for allegedly failing to declare income. I love this. I love how everyone else is the incel and not the 30-something-year-old neckbeard in his stepdad's basement who's using his stepdad's credit card to subscribe to your Snapchat. You know that your entire fan base are incels, right? The kind of people who pay for your stinky pimpled ass on Snapchat. You know your friend Jessica's...
Why are these 4chan individuals audited, like trying to get these people audited when they're probably like the main audience?
Because that's what 4chan does.
Because it's funny,
It's biting the hand that feeds. Another interesting phenomenon that kind of, to a lesser degree, is the subreddit live stream fails. The entire subreddit has to be like top donors on the Twitch streams to what most people consider like titty streamers and shit.
Oh, it is.
And yet, daily, they will insult that practice. It's like they're ashamed that they do it, but they can't help themselves. But 4chan seems to really want to punish themselves for it and deny themselves access.
There's a reason that live stream fails shows the same top 5 streamers every time. It's because they're also the same audience as those people. How do you think they find where all the fails come from?
I don't get this.
Don't let the name fool you. It's usually just like top clips from Mitch Jones.
Clips.
Yeah, check out this thing that Ice Poseidon did. Epic fail. And by that I mean he sneezed.
No, it's Destiny said this. Fucking slam. It's like Destiny's become like the Ben Shapiro of that subreddit. Destiny fucks debate man's ass with knowledge. And there's like 10 links all on the front page of that subreddit.
I'm 14 and this man has opinions, therefore he's fucking epic. I gotta show everyone.
I'm really getting bored by how just mainstream the incel thing got, and now the incel word has just become this catch-all term for any guy who's not into you, basically. Like, incels have the word Stacy for any woman that just doesn't want to suck their dicks because they just don't want to demean themselves, and now these women, these sex workers, are using the word it's their Stacy. It's just any guy. You don't want to pay for my nudes, you incel? What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't want to buy my...
I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference when they're like reporting them to the government for audit. Going through an audit's not a like an easy situation.
Not at all.
Then
So
pay
I've
your
heard anyway.
taxes.
Well,
There's no difference. No, there's no difference.
There's a lot
You're
of them
just
that probably
salty.
do.
You're salty at somebody who doesn't... What?
There's a lot of them that probably pay their taxes that are getting fucking like reported.
Well, then they're not gonna be going to jail anyway. Also, this does not sound like any of them are paying taxes. A guide on how to dodge taxes has 60,000 likes. Kinda unlikely. I don't know why they should report it. Why the hell would they report some guy sending them $100 on PayPal to see their crusty underwear?
How do you even report that? How do you even report that? You if it goes through PayPal, it's not like you have to pick each and every one of them out. You just send like the bulk data.
I assume they don't. I don't know. But they're getting really riled up. People don't get this riled up unless there's something there. Why would you get so angry?
The incels are launching an attack.
I mean, not necessarily. People get riled up about nothing all the time.
No, nothing.
I'd get riled up if someone tried to report me and get me audited. I'd be kind of upset.
Too. If I said everyone report Jackson to the IRS, you wouldn't say, what? I don't have to pay taxes. Fuck you, incel. That's a little suspicious, isn't it? That's a little suspicious if you went, fuck you, Kaya. No, it's a donation. I didn't give that perv photos of my feet. What are you implying?
Okay, well, let's stop giving too much credit here. I think the majority of them don't understand how taxes work, and if it goes through PayPal, it's automatically getting reported anyway. So they're freaking out about nothing. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they understand a whole lot.
I think a lot of it also, I think you're even giving it more credit on that level. A lot of them probably don't even know they have to pay taxes on it. They're probably
every single person on the internet that achieves or does what they do, I'm certain has an accountant to dump all of the work onto.
You're vastly,
100%.
vastly overestimating internet creators.
No.
Yes, Charlie, I did streaming for a year and didn't realize I had to pay taxes on it.
Well, Jesus, let's start the hashtag audit Andrew. That's a whole year of unreported income.
No, I did it at the end when I was like, oh, I do have to. But what I'm saying is
you
I did the
did
longest...
your own taxes?
No, I went through my own accountant.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is for a very long time, I didn't think I had to pay taxes on it. There's a lot of people out there who also don't realize that.
Well, but they have to realize you pay taxes at the end of the year no matter what profession. Even if you're fucking selling popsicle sticks outside, you're going to be taxed at the end of the year eventually.
See, some people...
I'm sure everyone knows that.
Some people think if it's self-employment or you're paid under the table, you don't.
Yeah, some people probably think if it's on the internet, if it's internet revenue, then the IRS just doesn't look at it.
I don't think that's out of ignorance. I think that's just what they want to believe, as per these tens of thousands of people literally just typing that this is what they believe. It's not just titty streamers or whatever that do that. I've seen a whole lot of other content creators online get in trouble for that kind of stuff. So
that's actually something I'm always worried about. And Jackson, you brought this up as well. Like, you offload the work to someone who understands it to get everything figured out, because the IRS makes you do the calculations yourself and then throws you in jail if you can't do it right. So I'm always worried, like, well, what if they fucked up? Am I going to jail for not doing it right? I hate that. They need to fix the tax system.
I think if they do, but I think if they do it, the responsibility falls on them. I'm not sure. Or at least
I think they waive. I think you waive all. What is it? The accountant doesn't get in trouble if he fucks up. Basically, there's kind of like a form that you sign, at least over here, that like just excludes them from all dangers of being sued.
Could a fucking accountant turn into a hitman and go like, yes, I'll do your taxes, and then they fuck up on purpose and send you to jail?
I mean, it's not a very good business model. I don't think he'd get any further.
Well, how are they going to report it? They're in jail. No one's going to know. You're fucked.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Leave like a 1-star review?
Yeah, really. I can't wait to go tell all my friends, which I'm allowed to do while in jail. You're instantly crime.
I imagine, like, if they do fuck it up, the IRS gives you chances, like, okay, this is what you owe. We did the work now, so this is what you owe us. You know what I mean? I don't think you only get one chance, like, oh, you shorted us $15. Have fun behind bars, you criminal.
It's not like the IRS wants to send you to jail anyway. They want their money.
Yeah, they want the money.
And
I imagine they'll give you all the chances.
They'll probably just fine you an exorbitant amount, so you have to pay more. But to your point, though, Charlie, the tax system in like every country is just so convoluted and fucky. It needs to be mainstream. We're in the internet age. Just you do the work for me, and then I'll just pay the money. That's it.
Exactly.
You're making me do the work to pay money.
Yeah, because that's what we need, is the government telling us what they want from us without giving us a chance to do the math ourselves.
Well, show us the math and everything, so if we want to double check it, but stop giving all these stipulations and fucking different ways to, I don't know, it's just all so fucky. I hate, and over here there's no resources, so I can't look into it because the internet was apparently invented last week over here, so we've got no rules or regulations on that kind of stuff that are like easily accessible. It's annoying. I hate tax.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone hates taxes.
I wish I could just not pay tax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no shit.
That's what Wesley Snipes said once, and look where he ended up for the better part of a decade.
Mm. All right, well,
he dreamed too far.
Meanwhile, though, there's a lot of things in this world that I think we don't hate. You know who I don't hate?
23andMe.
My family. Because with 23andMe, I can see just how far back my family goes by checking out my ancestry. That's because 23andMe gives you DNA kits so that you can check out your health and ancestry history, including 90 or more personalized genetic reports that offer insights into the DNA that makes you unique. 23andMe gives you an ancestry composition report. With this report, you can explore where your DNA is from over 150 regions worldwide. You can look into certain traits such as your wellness, if you have a aversion to cilantro, and your ability to match musical pitch. Seriously, there's some really specific and interesting little tidbits you can learn about yourself by just spitting in a tube and passing it into the mail. If you want to learn these amazing facts about yourself, about your ancestry, and more, up until December 25th, so until Christmas, you have literally all the time until this becomes the best Christmas gift in the world. You can get 30% off of any 23andMe kit, and you can order it at 23andme.com/official. That's 23andme.com/official. And one more time, 23andme.com/official, so you can see what makes you, you. All right, topic number 3, Kaya. Hit me up.
Do we get to the conclusion of the audit stuff? I think we all agree tax is bad. That's the conclusion.
Bad. The tax code needs to be rewritten. It's a fucking scam in some ways, and they make you do more work than you should. Yeah.
Okay, new topic. Also, incels are bad as well. Just so that we have it across the board. This whole situation was bad.
Yeah. Also, dogs are cute. Can we agree? Just like get everything on the table. I just want to make sure.
I hate how played out incels got. I don't even know what happened to them. The original forum doesn't even exist anymore.
Fucking simmering on it.
It was my favorite, like, it was my personal lol cow, right? I had these specific lunatics that I would follow and laugh at, and then everybody started laughing at them, and now the word incel literally just means any guy who doesn't want to buy my crusty underwear for $100. I hate that shit.
It's the same thing with cuck. I mean, cuck used to be kind of like a more, I don't want to say nuanced, that's the wrong term, but it used to be a more
sophisticated.
How about this? How about I blow your fucking minds, guys? Thought has reached critical mass right now. That's a term being used to describe every female on Twitch, basically. How about that?
I remember Hillary Clinton's speech of "Thoughts Rise Up" when she was campaigning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's the way the internet works. Something small kind of takes off or has a specific idea behind it, and then everyone appropriates it to just mean everything, and then it's pointless and useless, and no one likes it anymore. It's the cycle of insults. It's going to happen to the next word to come along, and the next phrase, and the next phrase until we die.
Yeah.
All right, next
At
up.
least we could create a word.
Well, Kaya, I'll give you something to look forward to now that incels reach this level. At least now Maddox is going to make a video about why it's a good thing.
That's a good point. He might. He just might.
Fucking transparency in media and production, man, gets so fed up of being called a cuck. He literally makes a video entitled "Why You're Misusing It." He's trying to be so slick and so smart with his old satirical writing style, going, "Well, actually, I'm the cool guy because I know what cuck really means, and it's a compliment." It's like, no, we get what you're doing. You don't like people calling you a cuck, and you're trying to make them stop. That's not how it works.
This weird. You don't know what cuck means. A cuck is a man who enjoys watching his girlfriend getting fucked by someone else. Yes, that's why we are calling you a cuck. You idiot. Everyone knows what it means.
I didn't know that was a bad thing.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, Jesus.
As he turns around and notices his girlfriend getting plowed by 6 fucking big men. Like,
have you seen him backtrack basically every piece of humor he's ever written in the most embarrassing ways? He had this old video. He used to make fun of Max and called him gay. And he had this video that he photoshopped where, like, you know those old Mac commercials where it would be 2 guys on a white screen? One would go, I'm a PC, I'm a Mac. And then he photoshopped them to kiss, and he said Macs are gay. And then people found out, they noticed that years later he went back recently to the description of the video. He added 8 paragraphs of an explanation why he didn't really mean to call Max gay, and when he means gay, he really just meant that they were trendy, but he wrote this letter, a whole thesis of why he isn't offensive, and he didn't mean to insult gay people.
Do you think he felt like guilt for 8 years, and that's what led to that point? Like, directly after making that video, he's like, what have I done?
No,
and then it's just like a bunch of sleepless nights led to that.
No, I think it's just the usual LA getting to him. Making sure he doesn't lose any friends.
What a fallen titan, man. What a
so many notes
titan.
here. And half of them I don't even know what they're about. Sometimes I think of something funny and I take down the footnotes it's like I'm skimming my own thoughts and only writing down every other word. Now I have a note that says covert biological weapons research, and I don't know where to take this joke. I don't know what I was supposed to talk about.
I think that's still the thought thing.
Did you mix up your podcast notes with your things to do later list?
Shopping list.
Bill's doomsday device. Yeah. Oh, what I noticed recently, what was funny to me, is Slenderman's music is made by the same guy who did the music for Westworld and Game of Thrones. So that's a step down. I don't know what kind of a pitch the Slenderman people made to this guy, Ramin Djawadi, but how do you go from Game of Thrones, the biggest show on TV, arguably in years, in decades maybe, to Slenderman, a show I couldn't even
He's
focus
super
on.
talented, actually. He's a great composer. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I like his music is good.
The answer to your question
Westworld.
is money. Money.
No, that doesn't work there because Slenderman had a budget of only like $3 million.
Well, he probably got 2.5 million because the rest of that movie was awful.
And the rest of the money was burned out back for the crowd's entertainment because it surely didn't go into the movie.
I think he just wanted to use that device that all horror movies use to make the sound that has like little water in the bottom of it, and it makes like those really screechy sounds.
What?
Every horror movie uses it, and I'm blanking on its name.
I have no idea
It's
what it is.
yeah, you can like shake it or scrape it with a thing or turn it upside
Yeah.
down, and it makes like it's like those like rattle noises when something spooky happens.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called though. It has like a weird name if
Oh.
I remember correctly.
The Slenderman budget is, according to Wikipedia, between 10 and 28 million.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. That's enough to work with.
Oh,
I
I
guess
thought it was
so, but
like under 5
you
million.
think he'd have some self-respect? Like he surely must have made more than enough money from Westworld and Game of Thrones. So
Well, you got to remember,
if he-
you grow
If he can do a good soundtrack on that movie, he still gets the credit for that, even if it is an
Yeah.
awful movie. Like, critics can come out saying Slender Man was a really bad movie, but you know what? The soundtrack was really good.
I've not
And then
heard a
he's
single
fine.
person say that.
You got to remember
Right.
the money doesn't keep flowing. Game of Thrones is like over and this and that. There's a reason that George Clooney is doing fucking espresso commercials now. You know, they grow accustomed to a certain flow of income, and if it dries up, you do some shit to keep it going. That's how
Yeah,
it
I
works in
guess.
Hollywood. I mean, have you seen the George Clooney commercials where he steps out of
No.
a movie and starts There's a new commercial with George fucking Clooney, and the entire commercial is just like, yo, look, we got George Clooney to advertise our coffee. Holy shit. And he's literally a knight in a movie, and they're all like, what is it you desire? And he's just like, I want some coffee. I'm George Clooney. And he walks out of the movie, and he goes to like a house and brews some espresso. But the whole rest of the commercial is just George Clooney walking around in a knight suit going, I'm George Clooney. Buy my coffee.
I don't
It's
think
like
that's
that's
just an
what
ad.
actors do.
I'm pretty sure that George Clooney at least part owns one of the biggest coffee companies.
Here's fucking hoping.
He's a
Otherwise,
businessman.
it's
Ad, though.
really embarrassing.
Yeah, then he just saved a lot of money on that advertisement with a self-insert instead of
Yeah.
hiring an actor.
What if-
I'm just
the,
saying it's his own
I mean, I'm sure he
business,
still
I
paid
think.
himself.
What if the board of directors was like actively against him being in the ad, but because he owns so much of it, he just forced his way in? I'm gonna be in this shit commercial whether you want it or not.
Clooney earns $40 million from Nespresso deal.
There you go.
That'll do
See,
it for me too.
That's
I told
exactly
you,
what
money.
I'm talking about.
It's just money.
They
Everything
do
is
it
money.
I
for the
know
money.
it's money. You just sometimes you think like, does nobody have dignity? You made the music for Slender
No.
Man.
Kaya,
I'd
if
fucking
I
do
gave
it.
you $1 million to star in a fart fetish porn where you were clearly humiliated, you would do it in a heartbeat.
I have no reputation to lose. What I'm gonna like lose all the clout in the artistry community that I got from being on this fucking podcast? It's not like it's not gonna make my resume look any worse. This is basically a fart porn podcast of dick jokes.
If you did it, we wouldn't let you back, Kaya.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't be able to look at you the same anymore.
Oh, only did it for 1 million. I would have held out for 3. Ugh,
Yeah. Oh, we should all find our price to be in fart porn.
free.
Discuss it on an episode.
Yeah, how much do I have to pay?
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of factors. Like, do they get enemas first? Because I don't want chunks of poo flying in my face.
Yeah, there's a difference between hard and soft fart porn.
Yeah.
The reason that Andrew brought up fart porn is because when he came over to work out today, he interrupted me watching fart porn of a Harley Quinn cosplayer doing a fart porn video.
Oh,
I guess
that's
it's
weird.
been on his mind.
I was clued
Yeah.
into it. It sounded wonderful.
It was
Majestic.
pretty fascinating.
So you're just doing research. You weren't
Mhm.
jacking it.
No. I was just watching, enjoying it.
Sure.
Yeah.
The girl had some really good writing. Like, she had good one-liners as Harley Quinn. So, like, before she'd blow ass, she had, like, these good ones. Like, she'd fart and then go, "Oh, Bats, yeah, you gotta pay. Gas ain't free." And then blow another one. It's fucking great.
It's really funny.
Sounds-
Did you watch it yet, Andrew?
No, you never sent it to me.
Yeah, send us a link.
Yeah, I'll drop it in later. But it's really fucking good. Like, she should be a comic book writer for Harley Quinn. She fucking nailed the character.
Imagine if at the end, the credits roll. It says soundtrack by Ramin Djawadi or whatever the Game of Thrones guy's name is.
He was the cameraman.
And then the budget for the porn was $2 million, and you suddenly know where it went to.
Yeah. He's got a
God.
price.
yeah.
She fucking nailed it, man. She absolutely nailed it. The lines in that video were fantastic. The only complaint I had is there wasn't any closure. It was all about she's got the Joker gave Harley Quinn Batman to fart on, and she's doing that. But she goes through these like really great one lines like Gotham's doomed, here's my ass. But at the end, she puts back on her suit and walks away, and Batman's just, I guess it's left up to interpretation on if he gets out or
I
not.
love that premise. Harley, I have a present for you. It's the Batman, and you're going to fart on him. And that's the whole fucking movie.
I mean, that's it. You've nailed it.
That's so great.
It's really good.
How does it get to that point in the Batman lore where Batman's torture is to have Harley Quinn fart on him?
I don't know, DC Extended Universe, man. So is she hot?
I mean, she's not like unattractive or anything. You don't really see her face, just her ass farting.
Does she at least look like Harley Quinn?
Yeah, no, and she does. I think she does a pretty good Harley Quinn roleplay.
I mean, who doesn't? That's one of the cosplays
Yeah.
everyone can pull off.
Yeah,
For
I
some
can
reason.
do it too.
Does she report her taxes?
I don't know, but according to the comments, she really ruffled some feathers in the fart porn community with that one.
Why?
There was one guy took it to heart. He was like, "If you farted on me like this, I would slap the shit out of you, you bitch."
Jesus.
He was like, "It's the ultimate disrespect to fart in a man's face. If you ever thought about farting on my face."
Wait, why is he there then?
I don't know.
I thought that's
But he must
the
have stayed
fun
till the end.
of it.
Yeah.
He must have gotten
well,
in his recommendations or something.
Well, I guess. It was fucking wild.
Maybe that's part of his kink, where he wants to be defiant with, like, "Don't you dare fart on me!
No.
I'd be so mad if you farted on me. Don't do it."
It was
Power
downright
play.
intimidating.
Wink, wink.
It was intimidating. He was like, because he's like, "I take it as an ultimate sign of disrespect. I would never forgive you."
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
man. And then the other comments were like, "Yucky. Ooh, that's a stinker," and stuff like that, cheering it on. But his stood out to me.
I don't know how
Fucking
they do
hero.
it. Like all of the scat porn that you click on out of curiosity, it's not the porn that gets me. It's how do they make it look so consistent and healthy? The shits, like how do you not get runny shits? It must take preparation. What are they eating?
Imagine like going in for a shoot and then just shooting diarrhea all over some
really.
poor woman.
I'm sure that's a genre
Well,
too.
hers
But
was-
you know the
yeah.
like ice cream consistency poo they have. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Well, those
Remember that?
were meant to be fake, right? 2 girls, 1 cup is fake, right?
No.
I've heard that.
No.
I've heard it was faked.
No.
That's
That
just
was a rumor.
That's to make you feel better about
Yeah.
it.
No,
Okay.
I looked it up. It's actually from Brazilian scat porn.
Yeah,
Well, at least there's authenticity on the market.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to really zoom in and see all the pixels.
Something with that ties into that I think about a lot constantly is I don't think I've brought this up on the show before, but it's what's the moments after, like when you see shock
When you
photos.
get paid.
Well, no. But think about it. When you see like shock videos, it's like what is the context to this? What happens afterwards? Like, you guys know Tub Girl, the famous
Mm-mm.
shock video, the photo of the girl in a tub just ejaculating like shit liquid into her face from her ass.
Mhm.
It's like, what happens after? Like, do they just clean her up and say, "Well, thank you for your service"? Did she like enjoy it? Who took the photo? What was it for? What was the point?
There's a whole
Kaya,
lot
what
of
the fuck
deviance.
is wrong with you posting that?
Oh my god, Kaya.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Well, none of this can make it into the actual episode,
I
but
feel
what the
sorry
fuck
for the
did you
chat.
post?
Why did you post that? Oh,
What is
Oh, I'm so
God.
leaving this in. I'm leaving
Oh,
this in, and I want
I
people
can't
to
look
just
at the screen.
theorize what you just saw.
For those of you who don't exist in the plane of our Discord,
Well, it's not staying in the episode. This is just with the Discord
the
now.
reaction
Yeah, it
is
is.
staying in
The
though.
reaction is
because-
great.
Oh my god,
Mm,
Kaya
mm.
posted a man fishing out shit and making a sandwich, and then what the fuck, man? Why do you have that saved?
I had it in my own Discord.
Oh, good.
He's scat Discord.
Oh, great. Just for laughs, right? Haha, so silly. Oh god, what is wrong with you?
It's just shit like that makes
Jesus.
me laugh. All the deviancy of
Oh,
it.
his asshole was like a giant pimple that popped. What the fuck?
God, what is this episode? This is just a giant scat themed episode now.
Oh,
This is all it's gonna be.
What are
it
these
was quite
guys
classy
doing?
up until now. Yeah.
That is so classic.
Well, we can steer.
Well, thank God
we
the
can steer this
podcast that
back.
reviews podcast didn't listen to this one.
I think they would have liked this one,
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
just like they would have liked movement watches.
That's-
Isn't that right, Andrew?
That is absolutely right. Listen, fellas, I'm gonna level with you. I own 3 different movement watches. I'm
Same.
completely serious. I believe Charlie does as
Let
well.
me actually take this one because I feel I have a personal gripe with this. Looking around for watches, just out of curiosity, I was clicking around on YouTube for like the world's most expensive watches and such. And I just, the prices people pay for these digital watches is getting on my nerves so much. So do you really want to pay $500,000 for a watch that's going to be obsolete 1 year from now when a company comes out with a newer model and they slow down the older model? Do you really need a digital watch when half of you fucks are already glued to your phones? Really? Do you really? You have to check your messages while you're pissing and or something. Never mind. I'm getting
You're right
angry.
there. You're
No,
right there.
It's giving me an aneurysm. It's like, hey, Kaya, what time is it? Oh, I don't know. My watch is updating. Why not get an analog watch? Just go to MVMT.com. You guys know MVMT. They sell watches. They sell sunshades. They sell sunglasses. Just check them out. You know MVMT. You know you love them. Check them out. Have fun with them. MVMT.com/official. Founded by 2 guys who hate digital watches just as much as I do, if not more. Which is why they concocted the best analog watches at the best price, because they cut out the middleman. You know why everybody shops online? Because you don't have to deal with the creep who follows you around the store asking if you need help all the time. Instead, you can just sit back comfortably in your chair. And guess what? Christmas is coming up. You know who needs a gift? Your mom, or your dad, your sister, your brother, or you. There's nothing wrong with getting yourself a Christmas gift, is there? So go to mvmt.com/official. Movie titles. List them off.
Wait,
We're
no.
not
We
doing
said we
that
were getting rid of
anymore.
that, but
Yeah, we buried that last episode.
Yeah.
we do. You get 15% off your selected watch if you go to mvmt.com/official. Like we all said, we all use Movement. We all love them. Movement's great. They do quality timepieces.
We're not doing movies?
No, we've said the same movies over and over again 1,000 times by this point.
Yeah.
All right. List medication.
Meloxicam, there you go.
I'll start making up words.
Yeah, buy it.
Well, actually, I've got one bad just
Valium.
so. Valium.
Valium,
Methiexylene.
methyl,
You ran into this,
mescaline.
Charlie, and now you got nothing.
mescaline.
Oh, no, I already
Tylenol.
said
There,
Vagisil.
we're done. I
Oh.
nailed it.
Okay.
There you
Movement
go. That's
has-
all your recommended medication for the week.
Before we change topics, though, I highly recommend you guys do your homework and watch Harley Quinn farting at some
Yeah, well,
point.
if you link
Oh,
it to us,
yeah.
we're gonna watch it.
It's already in. Someone already posted it in the
Oh,
Discord.
don't worry. I've got it prepped on a tab. You know, I'll have like 10 minutes to kill after the stream. It'll be the
Mhm.
perfect time. I'm scrolling very quickly to avoid what Kaya posted.
Yeah, can you just post it? I don't want to go up there.
Be a man.
All right.
Do you want to see what I posted? Subscribe now to our Patreon. Or you will never know.
If you wanna instantly regret subscribing, come to the Discord for this episode.
You know, this just means there's gonna be people in like our Reddit going, "Was this it?" Was that it? And I'm posting
Oh.
random shit gifs.
Fuck, you're right.
Trying
God damn it. Don't do that.
Trying to locate it.
Look, unless you can successfully track down the gif of the man reaching into a toilet twice, pulling out shit, and then disrupting his asshole like a Category 9 earthquake, followed by, I don't know, what appears to be semen in his belly button, you won't have found it. So, I'll give you a piece of mind.
Project Volcano.
Whose is it? Wasn't it his it?
No, it's this ass.
It was his ass.
This is probably... I didn't really watch it all too much, but I'm getting the impression
I
that...
analyzed it from start to finish.
That perhaps this is from Kaya's home collection of videos. Did you film this, Kaya?
I made it.
Yeah, Kaya stars in it. It had a $4 million
The soundtrack.
budget.
That's my friend. That's an intern, actually. Craigslist.
Nice.
Man, if we had interns, what the fuck would we do with them anyway?
Nothing illegal.
Edits for free.
God. I don't know. Is anyone interested in an internship for this podcast? Can you intern for a podcast?
Why would you?
Yeah, what would they do?
I don't know. Trying to think if
I don't want to pay an intern.
we have...
Oh, actually, I know what I'd do with the intern. I'd make them do tedious skilling for me on RuneScape.
You could
Oh
just
my
do that
God.
now. You could just hire them now.
Well, that's illegal.
No, we were saying we can't do anything illegal with the interns.
Well,
I don't know.
It's not like I wouldn't go to jail if I had someone play the skills on my RuneScape account. I just meant I couldn't hire someone to do the skilling.
Yeah, I see. YouTube's trying to do some damage control now. This is so fucking shameless. Let me read this. This is from YouTube's Twitter account. They're tweeting, after Thanksgiving comes #YouTube giving. It's giving week, and our biggest creators are using YouTube giving to raise money for charity. Help Retund
It just help. It just says help.
No,
The intern got dragged off or something by the YouTube hit squad.
No, it's Retin Link. It's all lowercase, which is why I didn't know the words. Help, blah, blah, blah. Raise money for St. Jude by clicking the donate button to the right of their videos. And then they tweeted this along with a video which shows two the most milquetoast, safe, generic-looking YouTubers. They look like if you use the preset on a YouTube Tycoon Simulator video game.
I believe they're
YouTubers.
I believe they're Rhett and
Link, who are the two probably
that one.
arguably the biggest
I don't know
YouTubers on the
what,
website.
but they just coincidentally they look like Opie and Anthony if they were younger. But they also, I don't know, the best way to describe them, I guess, would be if they look like they'd brag about how their new watch has an e-ink display and was made from 100% biodegradable materials or something, while sipping a soy latte and explaining how they're never using the word retard again or something. You know the type. So the video gives you the usual platitudes and sophistry about how this is for the kids, and it's about kindness, and it's about giving. And of course, it's just a promotional opportunity for these two soulless schmucks and damage control for YouTube's image, which took a bit of a hit after they basically told a bunch of kids with cancer to go fuck themselves.
I've got nothing wrong with this if it's getting the charity
There's
money.
nothing wrong with it, but it's the hypocrisy, right? So what if all of the Nazis now donated to this? Would that be okay? Or would you have to return those donations as well? How do you filter it? Where do you draw the line? And just the shamelessness of it. Oh, we didn't take money from St. Jude's. Here's a charity for St. Jude's that we're doing now. Still donate, though.
I don't have an issue with it still. Even if it is hypocritical, it's getting children who are sick money, so I'm fine.
Hopefully.
I mean,
You think it's just going to Rhett and Link?
I don't know.
All proceeds go to Rhett and Link.
Who knows where it goes?
It was all just a scam.
Yeah, got him.
I mean, what's YouTube's rating on Charity Radar or whatever it's called?
Oh, you can't trust that when you're talking. Oh, Charity Radar. Never mind.
Can you trust the
That's a
charity
different one.
radar, though?
There's one that
I don't
you
know.
can't. You used to be able to buy ratings from one of the big
Of
boys.
course. That's all it ever is. Yeah. What we're saying is don't ever give to charity, folks. Just keep your money. It's better spent that way.
Or if you really do feel so inclined to give it away, you can donate to my fund so I can afford Dante's jacket from the collector's edition of Devil May Cry 5.
How much does that cost?
$8,500 for that edition of the game.
You can afford that.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what kind of money you think I'm hiding under the mattress, but I certainly couldn't drop $8,500 on a trench coat.
Have you looked under every mattress in your 10-room home? Just
Really?
have you looked in the swimming pool with the climbing wall?
Have you checked one of the 4 showers in your 4 full bathrooms?
Underneath your arcade, maybe?
I should have asked
Is
for
it
my
behind the
butler's
DDR
allowance.
machine or perhaps the other arcade machine?
The home gym?
Under the pool table? Or not the poker
How rich
table?
do you think I am? Well, I never. I will have Gerard escort you out this instance.
How much money do you think I make? I might as well just floor my Mustang out of here.
Gerard was
All
nice
my
though when we went
servants
to
will
visit.
be notified not to let you in. I'm locking this gold door.
Oh, you know what? I
wouldn't
don't want to
even
talk.
bother. I
I
have
don't
a
want to
Ring
even.
doorbell.
I don't even want to speak to you anymore. You go to the guest half of the house, and I'll stay in the other half.
The guest retreat.
Yeah, go to my summer home
Don't you-
and don't speak to me until you're done.
Yeah, so yeah, anyway, get the coat, Charlie. It's this gaudy looking, disgusting coat too, with a carmine color. It's not even carmine, it's like this muddy looking red.
Get the coat.
I
I'll
assume
wear
it's
it.
all leather.
The jacket?
Yeah.
Oh, it better be made out of diamonds for that cost. I don't know what it's made out of.
Get the jacket. I'll wear it. I want it. Christmas is coming
How
up.
kind of you, Andrew.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up. Give me a gift. I want the Dante jacket. That's
no.
all I want. I'll be
don't.
mad if you get me anything else.
All I want is this $8,500 item.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You don't believe in Christmas? Fuck.
I wouldn't wear that if it was free. Is it just a glorified cosplayer's item?
Oh, of course.
It's
I mean, nobody's
it's to
gonna
make
wear
you
that
cooler.
outside, right?
I'd wear it. What I thought it. There's 3 actually. There's the Virgil for 6,000, the Nero for 7,000, and then that one for 8,000. So what you could do is you could combine all 3 and be like the ultimate badass.
Yeah, waste almost fucking $20,000 on this shit.
Wonderful. I mean, there's people out there who'd pay for that.
Oh, no
I have
doubt.
a collection of it.
Yeah,
There's people who pay for those anime statues and Meebos and
Meanwhile,
whatnot.
tomorrow Notch is going to come back on the show and go, guys, I ordered the Dante jacket. It's so cool. Oh,
I got each of you guys one as
yeah,
well.
and I got myself 3 in case I get bored of the first one.
Check your Patreon. I also dropped a fat 100,000 as a joke, bros. Then we wake
Yeah.
up from the dream.
Fuck you.
You know what? Actually, I'm giving you all my money. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, bro. I sold everything but the yacht. It's all yours, boys.
Actually, I sold everything except my limited edition Dante jacket. It's all I need now.
A single tear rolls down Andrew's face.
Yeah.
Doesn't even
Yeah,
fit
that's
him.
all I wanted in the deal. I have millions of dollars now, but I still wanted that jacket.
Honestly, I think if you ever reach that level, I don't remember if we ever knew for sure if he's still making money off Minecraft. But if he is, I think it'd be like an interesting speed run for him and pretty much only him to give away all of his money to us, preferably, and start with 0 and see how long it takes to get back to $1 billion just living off Minecraft.
Why the fuck would he?
Yeah.
Just as like an I can thing, like a little speed run
Yeah, and then he
category.
ruins his financial life.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Why give the money away when he could just put it in like an account that he can't touch for a while or something,
Yeah.
and then just
Well,
build
because then he's cheating. There's no stakes there.
Yeah, Notch, no
Yeah,
cheating.
Charlie,
Give me
why
your
don't
money.
you do it?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it? Give away all your money right now and see how long it takes from Twitch streams for you to get back to, I don't know, like 10 grand.
10 billion.
Yeah, so like a fucking year. It'd be on the street for decades.
He doesn't make money off of Minecraft anymore. I don't think that's the whole point of selling the company. But
I couldn't remember.
I think he could do it because people who do things once, they know how to do it again. It's like those TV show, like, you know, those fitness shows where some fitness trainer will do this challenge where I'm gonna eat nothing but burgers for 6 months and I'm gonna get fat and then I'm gonna lose the weight to show everybody it can be done. And you look at it like, yeah, I mean, you're still muscular under all of that fat. You're still the trainer. You still have all the knowledge. Of course, you can do it.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
he's
much
a
of a
hero.
challenge.
Yeah, he's a hero. Yeah, and you have to remember, yo-yo dieting is the safest, quickest, and most effective way to lose weight. It's the only way you should do
It's
it.
not yo-yo dieting. It's just when somebody who is that fit and has been working out his entire life, your whole body is different from a person who just has done nothing but sit on the couch. Of course, you can lose the weight again. That isn't impressive to me. So it wouldn't be impressive to me if Notch managed to make all of his money back, which is why I think that if he does, he should give that money to me also. And do it a third time.
Just keep doing it until Kai is impressed.
So,
Yeah, just farm for me.
if I didn't know any better, I'd think you just wanted some money. I think all of this.
Well, I
don't
never.
think you care about Notch or any of this other stuff. I think you just want someone to give you a lot of money.
No,
I'm
you incel,
going
stop
to the
saying
bathroom. Don't you ever say that about my friend again, Andrew. I'm gonna go take a piss out of anger
Yeah.
now. That's the only
that. It's
reason
not
I'm
true
going
at
to
all.
pee.
If anyone from the IRS is listening, don't listen to these incels. I don't want money. What else is there? What have you guys been buying on Black Friday? Anybody piss away some money? Since the rich guy is away, let's talk about poor people problems like saving.
I bought a lamp. That's it. I'm not joking. The only thing I bought
That was his week. That was his week's wage.
yeah, I'm now broke again. The only Black Friday thing I bought was a little chain chomp from Mario lamp. And it's cool because like it's one of those like flexible desk lamps where you can like turn it any way you want. But the little cord and base are the chain of the chain chomp. So and the big lamp part, the big round part, is its mouth. And it's like it's a little chain chomp. And I don't know. I figured it looked neat. That's literally all I bought for Black Friday.
It's cute.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
That's clever.
I'll find
It's
a picture.
real test of your courage and self-control, your continence
I mean,
during Black Friday, and then they coupled it with the Cyber Monday shit, which I've never even heard before. I have no idea who came up with Cyber Monday.
Well, they realized how much money they were making on Friday,
It's
and
been
then they're
around
like,
for a
let's
while,
have another
yeah.
one.
Here,
I don't remember it being last year, but just you browse the web, and all of a sudden, all of the companies start sending you emails. Any website that you've ever signed up to for a username suddenly bombarding you with these advertisements. 50% off. And of course, it's not a saving unless you were planning to buy the thing to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm proud to say I've not bought anything I didn't want to begin with.
see, yeah, that's how I operate.
I can one up you. I didn't buy anything at all.
I don't really buy shit in general ever. So Black Friday's never been, or Cyber Monday or any of that's never been like, you gotta buy it. It's on sale. It's so cheap. It's like my philosophy is if you buy something you don't need, you're not saving any money. Even if it's like 200% off, whatever the fuck. So, I mean, like to me, this was the only thing I bought. And I was like, yeah, I wanted a lamp because I'm moving to a bigger apartment. It looks cool. And I like the design. And also, I think it's limited print. So
Are you moving?
Yeah, wait, what? You moving?
I'm staying in the same complex. I'm just moving to a bigger apartment in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm moving down the street, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, I figured I just wanted a little tiny thing to start getting furniture and make it look good. And I think they're limited print, so I wanted it before they sold out, and that was it. But to some people, they get like quasi offended. They're like, "Oh, you got to take advantage of these deals. You got to buy it now, or else you're missing out. Like, what's wrong with it?" It's like you don't need this shit half the time. You really don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it.
Can't afford not to buy it.
Exactly. I'm not that. I'm a boring old man. I know I buy what I want, and I don't want very much. And that's all it is.
Humble.
I'm also perfect. I'm very smart. I'm handsome. What other good qualities about me exist?
I was gonna say you're just like Marcus Aurelius until you said you're handsome.
You were featured extensively on What Are These Podcasts?
That's true. Yeah, I was the prime candidate.
A featurette. Changing the format to reviewing podcasters now. Some easy to churn out podcasts. I have this plan to make some easy podcast, and I'm
You
like a video game
goddamn
idea.
traitor. Another podcast, a rival podcast. Unreal.
well, not rival, just something that you can churn out even easier, like a video game podcast. I don't know how they do it, but it can't be difficult, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Just gotta wait for that next fad.
Yeah, we do need that next fad.
Scat porn podcast.
I think it's on the rise.
scat porn.
It's too small of a niche.
No, fart porn.
That is
I
also
mean,
too
Charlie's
small of a niche.
Charlie's not wrong though. Weird
Yeah.
porn is on the rise as a whole thanks to the internet. And has been for a while. More eyes on it, more potential viewers.
I do know German, so I could corner the scat market, but I don't know.
Oh, this is your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. You're in a very good position.
Wunderbar.
Kai, did you read, I saw an article posted a few weeks ago about John McAfee, how he would hire girls to take dumps in his mouth.
I didn't see that, but I know.
That sounds like
I
John
did see
McAfee,
those-
all right.
That does sound like him, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't be surprised.
Ah, fuck. Where is this? Hang on, I gotta find this tweet that somebody sent me of John McAfee having this racist
Jesus,
meltdown.
it's McAfee.
Ah,
John
McAfee.
McAfee.
Whatever.
Even Andrew said it wrong. Like, oh my lord. Sorry.
why would it be Mac?
McAfee.
Why would it be Mac if there's no A between the M and the C? It's Mick.
Well, that's how he says it. And
Oh.
in his like
McAfee.
interview, he's like, "I'm John McAfee."
Then maybe he's John.
hunted by assassins worldwide.
Maybe he's a fucking idiot. I don't know. Maybe he never learned. Okay. Either way,
Yeah,
now that we know how to properly pronounce the man who likes hot dumps in his mouth, let's move
Yeah.
on.
No. The title of the article, if anyone wants to look it up, is "Multiple Women Claim John McAfee." Is that right? Am I saying it right?
That's how he
Well,
fucking
yeah.
said it in his video.
All right,
Maybe he was wrong, but that's how he
McAfee.
says it.
John McAfee would have them take dumps in his mouth from a hammock. So there was a hammock involved too.
Elaborate.
I want to believe that, but it's probably not true. Maybe
Aw.
it is, it's McAfee, who the hell knows. I can't fight these tweets where he had this massive 6-tweet drunken meltdown about how he's a black person, and he can refer to his girlfriend as his bitch.
The dude's insane.
Do you guys like McAfee?
Yeah, for the novelty of it.
I haven't
I
really
think he's
looked.
an interesting guy.
Yeah, I think he's interesting. I haven't looked too far into him or anything. He's entertaining to read about from the sidelines. I wouldn't want to be taking any dumps into his mouth though.
Okay.
What a hero.
So here, this is John McAfee. He deleted all of these later. John, I don't know what this guy's deal is. Like, how rich is he? Exactly. Like,
Very.
You can't have these weird. You can't have this attitude unless you're filthy rich.
He's very, very rich.
He says, "Get real. The quote black culture period that most whites, improper use of an apostrophe, know is the 5% of blacks who are professionals in the white society. The 95% are in prisons or selling drugs or on welfare. These have multiple fathers and none are present. Poverty is rampant. This is the true black culture. So you just know that this is gonna be good. I've been with a black woman so long that I've absorbed the black culture's lingo. Example, black men who are true to their culture call their wives and girlfriends bitches without being derogatory. I introduced Janice thusly. This is my bitch, Janice. White women freak out. Inferences from your comments. You are white. You have fewer than 3 black friends, people you hang with. You've slept with no more than 2 black bitches. Your knowledge of authentic black culture comes secondhand from TV and from white people mouthing political correctness." This is replying to someone. "You are clearly a white man with jack shit real experience in the black culture. Are you black? If not, why are you even talking? You're speaking from ideas, not from experience. I am immersed in the black culture at all levels." This is like a video game nerd talking about his character almost. "You are simply wrong." So McAfee thinks he's black, or at least honorary black, and his wife is a bitch.
I didn't know he was married.
Yeah. Well, who's taking dumps in his mouth if he's married?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess the other plentiful bitches. If that's
Did
okay
you know
for me to say.
Did you know he's lost his fortune basically? John McAfee lost a fraction of his one-time 100 million net worth after the 2008 market crash, but his fortunes really took a hit in 2012 when McAfee fled Belize police who aggressively sought him for questioning on the death of his neighbor.
Yeah, I knew that. He was wrapped up in like a murder scheme or something for like a year.
But he escaped them. It says he escaped them. So is
I
he
didn't
on
know
the
he escaped. I didn't hear that.
Is he on the run? Is that what's happening at the moment? The Belize police can't get to him because he's overseas or something?
The Belize police overseas. I like that. I like what you're doing. I don't know. Didn't he just recently lose a lot of his bitcoins to an ex-convict who scammed him?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that. I remember that now. Yeah. Yeah, that guy
Sounds like-
can't catch a break.
He did he sell his company or
Yeah.
did he get kicked out? He sold
well,
it?
I don't know. But I just know he doesn't own it anymore, as far as I know.
He hasn't owned it in like 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with him or where his money comes from, but it's an interesting life.
He declined coming on the podcast.
That is also true.
No, then he deserves everything.
Make sure to add that to his Wikipedia page under his list of mistakes. He declined coming on the official podcast.
Possibly
Yeah,
his biggest mistake.
Create a IMDb for him as well and add official podcast and then
All of his
declined.
mistakes. Don't
Yeah.
forget the awkward racism for no reason.
I came here hoping that some billionaire will hear this episode and give me the Dante $8,000 jacket. I want
One
it.
day.
It sounds cool.
No, it doesn't.
Did you even know it existed?
No, but now I want it.
Can't even tell if you're being ironic or not.
I
Yeah.
can't
I would
either.
actually really like it. I wouldn't pay. I'm not going to pay over $8,000 for it, but
Oh,
You're not gonna-
if someone
You'll pay up to $8,000, but not a penny
if
more.
someone gave me it as a gift on Christmas, I'd be pretty fucking psyched.
How much would you pay for it?
Is it like an actual nice leather jacket or is it a gimmick?
It
No.
looks
It's
disgusting.
apparently like really well made. Really, really well made.
It looks hideous, though.
If I
No, I just meant like from a craftsmanship's perspective.
I mean, if it's a solid, nice leather jacket, maybe $100 or more, a little bit. So when you buy DMC5, because I know you are, you should upgrade, and I'll just take the jacket, and you can keep the game.
Okay,
Yeah,
that sounds
I
like
think
a
it's
good
fair.
idea.
Okay, how kind of you. All right, thank you everyone for watching this week's episode of the official podcast. Glad you stuck around. Probably don't look up the scat porn. I would
Let us
recommend
know
against
what you
that.
think it was. Tweet it at Andrew and Charlie. Tweet the GIF.
Yeah.
Tweet what the GIF you think was the right one.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Why is Jackson exempt from it?
Because I don't want to see that. Don't send it to me.
Tweet-
Jackson
I'm
too,
going
yeah.
to put that
all
out
of
there.
us what you
Oh,
think it
goddammit.
was. No exceptions. All of us. We ride or die.
Make sure to post it on the official
Subreddit.
Subreddit. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Well,
And make
let's get
sure
us banned.
if you're one of those old timers still using YouTube in the year 2018, go ahead and
Oh,
check
yeah.
us out on audio platforms like Spotify, iTunes, any of those, so we can grow our reach of the internet as far as we possibly fucking can.
Mm-hmm. And if you want extra content and stuff, we've got a Patreon at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. You can join the Discord and stuff like that, and then see scat porn on the fly. That's how far the internet's come. We provide you the scat porn if
You're
you pay us
welcome.
money.
On demand.
Couldn't
get any
Thanks,
better.
everyone.
That was
Thank you.
quick.
Bye-bye.
Jesus. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Bye.